live with Tao. Understanding is the seed of transformation. And if you can understand your anger, your lust, your other things, this understanding alone brings about change or transformation. Indeed, understanding is the seed. If you can understand the whole process of anger, hate, lust, and jealousy, in the very process of understanding it disappears, because the basic ingredient to be angry, to be hateful, to be full of lust, is to be ignorant about it. You are ignorant about your anger, about your jealousy, about the growing lust in you, frustration, etc. The moment you understand the cause of all this, then the process of transformation begins. A basic ingredients to be angry, to be hateful, to be jealous, to be full of lust, is to be ignorant about it, to be unaware about it, to be unalert about it. So whenever you are not alert, when the moment of anger comes in, frustration comes in, hate comes in, or pangs of lust comes in, when you are alert, you cannot be angry, hateful, jealous, or full of lust. The alertness absorbs all energy, which creates a problem. Buddha has said again and again to his monks, I do not ask you not to be angry. I say while you are angry, be alert. He used only one example of anger. All the other things that create negativity in you are all inclusive. This is really one of the fundamentals for mutation. I do not ask you not to be angry. I say while angry, be alert. Try it. When anger comes, be alert. Look at it. Observe it. Be conscious of it. Do not be sleepy. And the more alert you are, the less will be the anger. So these things will not arise if the alertness comes into you. When you are really alert, nothing of these things will happen. The same energy becomes alertness, and really energy is neutral. The same energy becomes anger, the same energy becomes hate, the same energy becomes passion, the same energy becomes lust, the same energy becomes love, and then the same energy becomes compassion. There are stages. The moment you understand and you plant a seed, the process of its germination begins. Seed becomes a seedling, seedling becomes a plant, plant brings new foliage, and buds comes in. Buds appear on the branches of the plant. The buds begin to grow and then one day blossom into the flower. So compassion is the flower of the energy which is neutral, and at the beginning it is known as lust, anger, hate, jealousy. Energy is one. These are all different expressions of it. And there are basic situations in which energy can become a particular mood. If you are on alert, energy can become anger, energy can become sex, energy can become violence. If you are alert, it cannot happen. The alertness, the awareness, the consciousness does not allow it to move to those grooves. It moves on a different plane, the same energy. Buddha says, walk, eat, sit, whatsoever you do, do it. But do it with awareness, fully conscious, mindful, aware that you are doing it. But whatever we do, we express anger, we express hate, jealousy, lust, desire for sex, all out of unconsciousness. Once it happened that Buddha was walking and a fly came and sat on his head, on his forehead. He was talking to some monks, so without really paying any attention to the fly, he just waved his hand and fly left his forehead. He then became aware that he had done something, not fully aware. Because his awareness was towards the monks to whom he was talking, so he said to the monks, "Excuse me for a single moment." He closed his eyes, raised his hand again. The monks were amazed at what he was doing, because now there was no fly. He raised his hand again and waved his hand near the spot where the fly was. It was not there anymore. He brought his hand back and then he opened his eyes and said, "You can ask now. You can ask now." But the monks said, "We have forgotten what we are asking. Now we want to ask what you did." There was no fly. There was no fly. It was there previously, so what did you do? Buddha said, "I did as I should have done before, fully conscious, raising the hand. It was not good of me. Something has been done unconsciously, automatically, robot-like. But we live our lives totally robot-like." Such alertness, when this is there, cannot become anger, hate, lust, jealousy. So we are looking to introspect. Are you walking with alertness? Are you doing anything out of alertness? As Buddha said, he was talking to the monks and he felt a fly was sitting on his forehead. He just raised his hand to wave off the fly. Then he became silent. You engage in day-to-day basis in many activities. From morning till evenings, so many activities. Taking a shower, changing your clothes. But are you aware of it? Are you aware of it? Are you alert when you are undressing yourself or dressing yourself or doing anything? You do everything robot-like. Buddha said, I did as I should have done before, because that moment there was a lack of alertness. So I did it again, fully conscious, raising the hand. It was not good of me. Something had been done unconsciously, automatically, robot-like. Such alertness cannot become anger. Such alertness cannot become hate, impossible. So first include hate, anger, and all that is considered to be bad. Include it in yourself. Include it in your image so that your ego falls down. You came down to the ground from the sky. You became true. Then do not throw it on someone. Let it be there. Express it to the sky. Be fully alert. If you are angry, move in a room. Be alone. And be angry and express your anger and be alert. Whatsoever you would do, whatsoever you would have done with the person who was instrumental, you can take a picture there. Just put a pillow there and say, you are my father, give me good beating. Be fully alert. Be fully alert about what you are going to do and do it. It will be a deep realization. A deep realization, the anger will be expressed and you will be alert. And you will be able to laugh and you will be able to know what is stupid thing you are doing. But you could not have done this to your real father. You are only doing it to the pillow. And if you really do it authentically, you will feel very kind, very loving towards your father. You can do wherever there is a problem with your father, mother, spouse. When you come out of the room, when you look at your father's face, you will be very sympathetic. That's why at times you say the things are so harmonious, very loving. You will like to ask him to forgive you. This is what I mean by being all-inclusive. No suppression is meant. Suppression is always dangerous, poisonous. With whatever you suppress, you are creating inner complexities which will continue and then will make you ultimately insane. Suppression is bound to become madness. Express, but do not express it on anyone. There is no need. That is stupid. And that will create a vicious circle. That is what we continue to live into. Express alone, meditatively, and be alert while expressing it. I recall one incident in the life of Buddha. Once, because we are all live by our false image, which is ego, vanity. And because of that, the journey does not become possible. So the king came and he spoke to Buddha that I would like to speak to you in privacy. Buddha said, aloneness is all around, surrounds you. You can speak. He said, I would like to be your disciple, enter into the path of renunciation, become your monk. Buddha said to the king, you want to be a renunciate, want to be my disciple, do one thing. Take out your shoes, undress yourself, and holding your shoes, walk on the streets of your kingdom, keeping the shoes on your head, walk naked throughout the entire kingdom. The king agreed and he said, when I have decided to take the renunciation, take the initiative to be your disciple, I am ready to do anything you ask me to do. When the king was gone, the disciple asked, Bhante, why have you been so strict on this king? You have never told us anything like this. He said, the higher the status of a person, accordingly his ego is inflated. If you meet someone who says that I am a priest, I am a spiritual person, this and that, his ego will be higher, much deeper, much more intense. So that has to be dissolved. If you are an ordinary person, you do not have wealth or anything, your ego is not that intense. So just asking you to go on seeking the alms and live on that is easier for you, and that way your ego can dissolve. But the king, he was the king, he has so much of wealth, so much of his followers, and he knows so much. Just as a person who says, I am a priest or I am a priestess, his or her ego is very highly inflated. That I know this is scripture, I know this, I can chant this mantra, I can chant that. But all these things have not helped you in any way. What did it do? You had been constantly going to the churches, to the company of these people, and this master and that, but that has not helped you to dissolve your ego. So his ego was very intense. That is why this is strong, this very strict condition was put on to him. He went and did what Buddha had told him. Throughout the day he walked through the streets of the kingdom naked, and in the evening he came back to Buddha, fell at his feet. There was a transformation happened in him. A transformation had happened. And then he said, I am now ready to initiate your disciple. Buddha put the crown back on his head. He said, there is no need now. You have been given a responsibility. You take care of your kingdom, your subject. This is your initiation. With my blessings, you now conduct the responsibility as a king. As a king. Earlier on, your every activity as a king or whatsoever you have been doing in life was guided by ego sense. And now it is different. You are now working out of your compassion, out of your duty that it has been given to you as a service to humanity. Whatever I am doing, it is my service to humanity. It is for the cause of your transformation, whether I speak or do anything else. So this is the ego. When everything is inclusive, the anger, the lust, the jealousy, the hate, then the very understanding becomes the seat for transformation. What had happened when the king became naked, walked on the street? He did not question, why are you asking me to do this? I am a king. And what will happen when I walk down the streets of my kingdom, and what will my subject will think of me? Nothing of that thought came to him at that moment. He just did it as he was told, without a second thought. In that very understanding, the process of transformation began. The very understanding becomes the seed for transformation. Enough for now.